But the Judas Priest trial is not the end of the story. Next in the firing line is British heavy metal singer Ozzy Osbourne.
Wine is fine, but when there's weather, suicide is nowhere better. Take a bath and drown your sorrows, then it flies away tomorrow.
Ozzy says his song, Suicide Solution, is about the death of a friend through alcoholism. But American lawyers have a different interpretation.
We know of at least 15 or 16 cases where there has been suicide connected to Ozzy Osbourne's music. Most of it related to the song Suicide Solution. We're talking about situations where young men, usually boys incidentally, are listening to the tape on a Walkman type of stereo with the earphones in and shooting their brains out.
Fitzgerald, Georgia, is a small town in the southern Bible Belt. Tom Waller has lived here all his life. For the past 4 years, he has been struggling to make sense of his son's death. Michael Waller shot himself in front of 3 friends at a party 2 months before his 17th birthday. Mr. Waller blames the suicide on Ozzy Osbourne for 2 reasons. Firstly, he believes that a chance conversation with Michael following a drink-driving offence provided a clue to his son's state of mind.
He said to me, "Well, Pop, I think old Oz has the solution." And I've turned to him and said, "Well, son, I don't know who has the solution, but I'm sure together we'll work it out." And he turned to me a second time and plainly stated to me, he says, "Well, Pop, I think old Oz has the solution."
The second piece of evidence only came to light when Tom Waller cleared out his son's truck. He found an Ozzy Osbourne tape in the cassette player.
The song that he had played last was Ozzy Osbourne's Suicide Solution. And then, just like somebody had turned a very bright light on me, I realized what he had said to me 10 days, 2 weeks earlier actually, that old Oz has the solution. And I realized where he had gotten out here to commit suicide.
It might not seem much to go on, but Ben Mills, a local attorney, has agreed to take up the Waller case. As a result, Ozzy Osbourne and CBS Records are due to stand trial later this year. Mills thinks that the Wallers are in with a good chance of winning, despite the much publicised failure of the Judas Priest case.
You have much stronger evidence. In the Judas Priest case, the only words they had were the words, "Do it." Here we have a direct exhortation of a song called Suicide Solution that says, suicide is the only way out. Don't you know what it's all about? In addition, in the Blizzard of Oz version of the tape, there is an interlude. And through certain testing and investigation through the years, it has been ascertained that there are words spoken on the interlude which are not readily intelligible. You hear something, but you don't know what's being said. We believe those words say, why try, get the gun and try it, shoot, shoot, shoot. Now, we think that's wrong. We think that's torturous. We don't think it should be permitted.
I think that Ozzy Osbourne and his Suicide Solution would have to be blamed, that he would have to be the one that would be what can only be described as the trigger to the gun that caused the death.
This year, a jury will decide whether Michael Waller's death was caused or the record's suicide solution. If the Wallers succeed, they stand to win up to $9 million from CBS Records. But the implications for rock music are more than just financial.
In this day and age, in this free world, and particularly of artistic freedom, should it even cross your mind? I'm not saying, condoning going out writing violent albums and lyrics, but have you really got to analyse everything you write and everything that you produce as an artist? Be it before you put pencil to paper, or a journalist like yourself, have you really got to analyse it and think, is there something in there that one warped or two warped minds out there might react to in the whole world? Even in a good novel, there is going to be violence in there, or there's going to be things in there that the author shouldn't really have to think, oh, should I put that or not? Otherwise, artistic freedom's out the window. It's gone for good. It's gone completely.
What is this? Is this not America? This is not China. This is not Russia. This is not the place where they brought down the walls. This is America. We have the right to say what we want to say. We have the right to do what we want to do. And what I do in my house, you might not do in your house. So what I do in my house is my business. And the simple fact of it all is that we are bonded by the First Amendment. We have the freedom of expression. We have the freedom of choice. And you, Chinese, black, green, purple, Jew, you have the right to listen to whoever you want to, and even the True Live crew.
The attack on heavy metal music is just a small part of a much wider crackdown by the powerful right-wing lobby in America. In Florida, a record store owner was fined $2,000 for selling rap band Two Live Crew's album, Nasty As They Wanna Be, and the band themselves were arrested and charged under obscenity laws. Then last year in Cincinnati, an exhibition of work by photographer Robert Mapplethorpe went to trial for obscenity. Madonna's video, Justify My Love, was banned by MTV, but this move backfired on the censors. The ban boosted video sales enormously. Now it's Madonna who's refusing to allow the video to be broadcast. One particularly outspoken victim of the restrictions on the arts is punk rocker Jello Biafra. Formerly lead singer with the Dead Kennedys, Biafra was at the centre of a trial over his Frankenchrist album.
I think the attack on music is part of a much greater attack on the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Anytime an artist has to think twice about what they're going to say or write or film or paint out of fear of reprisals or losing their jobs, that in itself is censorship. And an attack on any artist is an attack on all artists.
No! No! What did I ever do to you? What did I ever do to you?
I believe if the rock music industry here in America and in England doesn't begin to clean itself up, government will step in and start to clean it up.
If it doesn't clean its act up, would you approve of that censorship?
I would approve, yes, I would. I would approve of going and helping the industry, and if they won't do it themselves, introducing a bill in Congress to begin rating the records. And if we can get it that far, if we can even introduce a bill in the United States Congress to rate rock records, immediately the record industry would rate itself. They wouldn't allow it to go any farther, and that would accomplish our goal.